Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In my 17 year of professional career of teaching, every year, every students, those are average in study, they always ask a question, sir, what programming language we should learn as a fresher if we are not good in DSA. So after 17 years of experience in my career, I am making this video first time because nowadays there is a trend that every college and every company asking the DSA because if we want the high skill job for a fresher, then every company is asking the logical skills building ability in students. But you know that this DSA is not for average students, it's for a brilliant students, but all students are not brilliant. Some students are slow learner, some are not able to understand the concept of DSA because they are not easy to understand. So in this video I'm trying to give an idea to those students those are confused that what programming language is best for them and what they should learn. And this video will also help those students also those are confused that which programming language we have to select for our career because there are so many options available in the market and which is preferable in the market for next 10 to 20 years. So you see the title of this video here, the best programming language for freshers who does not like DSA in 2023. So I'm starting this. So you see that as a programmer from the student point of view, you see that we have a different options in the programming field. Like if you want to be a web developer, there is a one field. If you want to be a mobile developer, then we have a mobile development field. If you are good in AI, means you have a mathematical background, statics, you have a good statics option. So we have an option to be a data scientist, data analyst, then machine learning in field you have, IoT field we have. And if you love to build a game, then we have a game development field, that is the big market. We have a big data, we have a blockchain, we have a normal software development. So these are the options, and now you see that this the student is walking on the lane and it confusing that on which way we have to travel. We have a multiple path. Sometimes we feel that we are a good web developer, so we try to learn web developing languages. Sometimes we feel we are good as a data scientist. Sometimes we feel we are good in mobile development. So these are the options for the freshers, and here you can see that there are multiple options available. Like the multiple options we have as a fresher, we have multiple languages also. So we have, these are the languages which is available in the market. We have so many languages, but here I have a 13 common mostly using languages in the market, that is C, C++, C#, Java, Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, Golang, Rust, Ruby, Solidity, Kotlin, Swift, PHP, ASP.NET. Now the question again arises, which should you choose? Means as a fresher, what fresher should choose the language? Which is best? You see that in every college nowadays, in the first year of BTech, we have a C language. A student learns C, but in the market we do not have a job. And then we go for DSA. DSA also we use C, but DSA we are not able to understand. That's why I am just creating this video, that what a fresher should learn if the fresher is not able to understand the concept of DSA. So you see that we have a number of fields are available. We have so much of language available. Now we are confused which field we have to go, which language we have to select. Now I will give you one by one all the problems, all the questions which you have in your mind. You see, the first is web development field. If you want to be a web developer, then we have nowadays the trend of full stack development. You see, this full stack development is divided in two parts: front end developer and back end developer. Now as a fresher, you should decide in the first year, in the first sem, that you like web development or not. If you like web development and you are not so good in programming also, then also you can adjust in web development field. So we have a two field here, front end developer and back end developer. As a front end developer, you see that there is only one language that is the king, is called JavaScript. So without asking any question to anyone, just select the JavaScript, and you should learn React also with the JavaScript, because every industry want a framework or a library in which you should have a mastery. So if you like web development, I give you a choice that you learn JavaScript, and in a JavaScript use React also as a front-end developer. But if you don't like JavaScript, because it's a very confusing type of language, it is a language in the world that break its own rules. Means in JavaScript there is no rule, every rules break by the JavaScript. So it's tough to learn, but if you learn it, it's a permanent language for your career, and I assure you that in the next 10 to 20 years nobody can replace JavaScript, because it's a single language in the world that run in the browser. Remember that it's a single language that run on a browser. No other language can run in the browser. Now backend developer, we have a two options, Node.js. If you like JavaScript, so you can learn Node.js also. It's very simple if you have a good knowledge of JavaScript. So that means as a front-end and back-end developer, you need only one single language, is called JavaScript. If you are good in JavaScript, you can be a front-end developer, you can be a back-end developer, but you have to learn React as a front-end developer and you have to learn Node.js as a back-end developer. But if you love Java and you want to be a back-end developer and you love object-oriented programming approach, so learn Java Spring Boot framework. If you learn Spring Boot and you know how to build a REST API in a Spring Boot, then you have a good market, you have a good career. It is also running in the market, and I think in next 10 years nobody can replace Java Spring Boot also. Now next field is mobile app development field. If you want to be a mobile app developer, then we have two options here, whether you want a Android, whether you want to be a iOS developer. So if you want to be an Android developer, you have two options, Java and Kotlin, and I prefer you learn Kotlin because Java is losing the market nowadays, because Google are supporting Kotlin as a first language for mobile application development. Recently we have a Jetpack Compose library that is only supported by Kotlin. It's very good, and it's just like the Flutter library, and I think Google is trying to replace the Java completely for Android development. So better to learn Kotlin if you want to be an Android mobile developer. If you prefer iOS developer career, then there is two languages, Objective-C and Swift, and I prefer to learn Swift because Objective-C is also losing a market. So you can learn Swift to be a mobile developer. Again, if you love JavaScript and you want to be a both Android and iOS developer, that we called hybrid mode. Means if you want to make an application for both Android and iOS, and remember that this hybrid application development is more preferable in the market also. You can't build a native applications in iOS and Android by using JavaScript, but nowadays all the professional applications, mostly 90% applications, you can build in React Native. So if you love JavaScript, it is not a simple language, it's not an easy language, it's a very good language which work in all the aspect of your career. So if you love JavaScript, you see that in previous slide we have option to be a front-end developer, we have an option to be a back-end developer in JavaScript. Now we have an option to be a hybrid mobile app developer using React Native. because it's also supporting JavaScript. So if you love mobile application development, remember once again, if you love Android, learn Kotlin. If you love iOS, learn Swift. If you don't want to learn these languages, you already know JavaScript, you already have a knowledge of React, and I prefer that you should learn React Native. It's simple to learn after React.js. Now, next field is AI data analysis field. You see that if we talk about IoT, data scientist, data analyst, machine learning, IoT, and if we say data, that means only one language in the world nowadays is Python. So if you love this data, if you know statistics in a math, if you are good in a mathematics, so, and if you are not so good in the programming and you don't love Java, you don't love Kotlin, you don't love JavaScript, I think nowadays 90% student know Python. It's a simple to learn, easy to understand language, and if you want your career in data analysis field, in an AI field, so I prefer you should learn Python. Next one, if you want game development field, if you want to be a game developer, but then you have an option to learn Unity with C# or C++. Best option to learn Unity with C#. But if you are good in C++, so we have another thing, that is Unreal Engine, that is just opposite of Unity. You can build your game by using C++ in Unreal Engine. But if you are fresher, you want to build your career in game development, I just give you a suggestion that learn Unity with C#. That is good for your career. Now, big data field, you see that if you want to be a programmer in a big data field, then we have two options, that is Java and Python. Both the languages are widely using in big data and big data field. Java is the older language that is using from so many years in the big data field. Now recently Python is also working in this field. So you can learn any language which you prefer. Then we have a blockchain. If you want your career to be built in blockchain field, that is also emerging field, you have a one language is called Solidity. So you can learn this language Solidity and you can be a good blockchain developer. But if you want other language than Solidity, you have one more option is Golang. Golang is a very good language that is built by Google, and it's you can say highly paid programmers are nowadays in Golang. So many my students also learning Golang and they are getting good salary in the industry. It's a very good language. So you have a two option. I prefer you learn Solidity if you only want to make your career in blockchain. But if you want to make your career in other fields also, like blockchain, like your microservices and web development also, and like a C, the pointer concept you have, so you want to make some data analyzing, or if you want to learn some DSA type of concepts also by using pointer, then you can also learn Go language. Now next one is software development. It's a very old field and so many languages are available in this field also, and here you can learn C# because it's big language in this field. You can learn Java, Golang, Rust and Ruby. These languages are also good in software development. You can learn this. Rust is also gaining market in this field. Ruby is also the leading language for this. Golang you can use, Java you can use, C# you can use any option, but I say you can go for Rust or C# in this field. Now this is the overview. I am not explaining you without any the background. I have a background in the market. You see that Stackoverflow is the biggest website that take survey every year. In 2022 we have a survey from the Stackoverflow. You can go to the side of this Stackoverflow. You can see that the most demanding language in the market is JavaScript. That's why I explain you that. After that we have a SQL and HTML CSS that is the same like JavaScript. As with the JavaScript we have to use. SQL is must because as a backend we have to use it. But you see the second language is Python. So as I explain you that you can go in a Python field, you can go in Java, in your JavaScript field. Then we have a TypeScript also option, just similar to JavaScript. You can say more secure JavaScript is called TypeScript. Then we have the Java. So that's I also explaining you that you can prefer Python, Java, JavaScript and C#. So in my previous you see field I have given the same suggestion as per the survey is given by the Stack Overflow. Then we have one more survey from HackerRank in 2023 that which language is more preferable by the programmers or the students or the freshers in the market. You see Java, Python and JavaScript. These are the languages, those are in demanding. We have a Go language also, we have a C# also. So same thing is also in the market. Now for you, if you are watching my video and you are reaching to the end of the video, then I give my recommendation for you. If you are a fresher and you want to learn only one language to build your career, I say learn either JavaScript, Python or Java 8 with Spring Boot. Remember that if you want to learn only one language and you don't have a knowledge of DSA, you don't want to learn DSA concept, you are not good in a DSA concept, but still you want to build your career, forget the DSA, just learn the one language. You learn JavaScript with React.js and React Native, you have a good career. Learn Python, you have a good career. Learn Java 8 with Spring Boot, you have a good career. Means if you learn JavaScript, you have a good career and as a front-end developer. If you learn Python, you have a good career as a data analyst, scientist, machine learner. If you learn Java, then you have a good career as a back-end developer. So only one language you can learn from these three languages as I am giving you a suggestion. Now, if you already know JavaScript, Python and Java, you are good in this. And again, now you want to learn more language. So I give you an option as a second language, please learn Golang or Rust, whatever you want. You can learn Golang also, you can learn Rust also. But remember that Golang and Rust should not be your first language. Means if you want to learn Golang and Rust and you go to the market, you want as a fresher to get a job, it's not simple to get in these languages because they require little bit of experience. But as a fresher, you can learn JavaScript, Python and Java 8 with Spring Boot. Now again, if you have a knowledge of Golang, Rust, JavaScript, Python, Java 8 means one language you know, and the third language you want to learn for your career, then you can choose Solidity or Ruby, because Solidity is a master in the field of blockchain, that is also emerging technology. Ruby is also getting its position in the field of software development, system software development. So once again I am repeating you as my recommendation, if you want to learn only one language in your career as a fresher, you want to get a job, please learn either JavaScript, Python or Java. If already you have a knowledge of any one of this language, now you can go for Golang and Rust. If the third language you want to learn, then go for Solidity and Ruby. So this is my recommendation for you. And you see that in this video I have explained you each and every aspect of programming, each and every field I have explained, each and every language I have explained, and I hope that you will have idea in your career what you want. And if you have any query, you want to ask anything, you can comment on this video. You can have my knowledge on your question also, your confusion also. But I think almost answer of all the questions which you will have in your mind I have clear in this video, and I tried to give you a knowledge, and I tried to open your concepts of your mind, which language you prefer, which language you have to learn, why you have to learn these languages, everything I have explained in this video. If you like this video, if you like my effort to give you a right knowledge on the 2023 market, so please like this video, share this video and comment on it if you have any query. At the last, once again, if you like it, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.